These are your week 13 instructions. This is going to be the week of November 16, 17, 18, and 19, week 13 of the semester. Now, this is in two parts. The part two, I had lost track of the fact I hadn't recorded this one yet. It's going to refer to this as if it were done in the past, and in fact, it's done kind of right on top of the other one. So, this week you have two assignments. One will be dealt with in part two. It's much of a surprise to me as it is to you, as you'll see. But the main one this week is to take exam 3. Okay, that's your third of your 3 major exams. It's the last one that'll have an essay section. So let me remind you one more time how to prepare for this so you won't come out here and not show me that you know anything. I can't unscrew the top of your head like it's a gallon jug. You just glib, 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 pour the stuff in there. Mainly this is done by you. I'm just showing you the way and preparing the stuff for you. You have to learn it. Okay, there's no magic formula on that. It takes some work. So as you know, there will be 2 components on this test, the multiple choice and the essay. An alarming number of people on exam 2 just didn't do the essay. Maybe they've never had to write anything. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm beginning to wonder if there's an English teacher left in the world. Some of you had English teachers. Way too many of you either didn't or didn't learn anything when you did. I said that. Okay, to prepare for the multiple choice, you take it to the supplements and you use the exam 1302 exam 3 multiple choice section worksheet. Now, since the actual test bank on the multiple choice is between 45 and 50 questions, it has to support that whole thing. And it's going to randomize 25 of them for you. Okay? So know as much about that as you can. The essay, to get ready for that, you will, again, with the supplements in hand, you're going to look at the 1302 Exam 3 Essay Prep document. That's going to zero in on specific topics that could show up as bases of essay questions on exam 3, okay, which is going to be about the 1920s and the 1930s, and World War II. I will not have, I'll go ahead and tell you, there will not be any essay questions about World War II. There's probably 3 or 4 good possibilities from the 20s and maybe 2 from the 30s. Very important that you study both. So that's this week. Where do we go from here? If you're looking at this on November 16th or after, next week is Thanksgiving break. We have the whole week. It ends up being 10 days when you include both weekends. So we'll return to school on Monday, November 30th for week 15 of the semester, with Thanksgiving week being 14, even though there are no classes. I count them all. And you'll have a chapter quiz. So after this, each week we'll just have a chapter quiz. If you're in 1302, that's going to be the chapter 31 on the week of November 30th, and the week of December 7th, 32. All right? So if you're in serious trouble and you missed the drop date and you want to try to go back and make up some stuff, email me, let me know what you need, and please, including if you've already done this in the past, email me to let me know when you've done something like that, because normally I have very efficient systems for keeping track of stuff, but I'm moving into this online stuff. It's wild and woolly, and my systems are not up to their usual level. So it's going to be very tedious to go back and compare, 6 different rosters. Well, each course, 3 different rosters, ends up being 6, for each of 2.5 dozen chapter quizzes. Total of 32 chapter quizzes, 13, 1, and 2 combined. So it helps if I know what to look for and where to look. Okay, because you can take them. How am I going to know to go back and find it and put it in? I mean, it's there to be put in. I'm not trying to avoid it. So, the week of November 30th and the week of December 7th, we will be finishing up. There's going to be the run-up to the Civil War. The Civil War itself, I don't usually take a lot of time on that in face-to-face classes, and the period following the Civil War is called Reconstruction. I'll spend more time on that than I do on the Civil War. At this point, I can't promise to get everything, all the possible lecture videos up, so we're going to be leaning on the supplements pretty hard. So you need to make sure you read that and read it again. Okay, that's where we are. Take it from here and watch the part 2, because it has to do with the fact that the works cited list for the final paper turns out it does have to be a separate standalone assignment, and is now set up that way. So find out about that in part 2. It is very important.